Fair. Offensive foul.
Jim Boeheim is livid, and I don't blame him. He is livid.
And a technical.
Oh, no, a G on top of it. No, don't end the game like this, like that.
It is a moment ACC fans will never forget. It upset Jim Boeheim, ejected at Cameron after a controversial call in the final seconds of Syracuse and Duke earlier this year. His sports coat gained internet fame and is now into possession of Syracuse Superfan Neil Gold. And Neil joins me now via Skype from New York. Neil, first of all, thank you so much for coming on to talk about how you ended up with the coat. And first of all, I want to know, I see it right behind you, does it fit?
I actually haven't tried it on. I haven't removed it from the mannequin that it started out the night on. But I would imagine it's probably a little too big. I'm hoping that it's size 44, which would be perfect for Syracuse basketball and Syracuse sports in general, because 44 is a well-known number. But I honestly haven't tried it on. I probably will, though.
Now, we should explain how you ended up with it. Clearly, Jim Boeheim has moved on. He actually put it up for auction at a charity auction he and his wife run to raise money for youth groups in New York. And you were the high bidder, $14,000. It looks like you look pretty happy about spending every penny. You had $14,000 on that jacket. Was that the must-get item for you?
Well, it was, and I had heard a rumor about 2 weeks before the charity event that it was going to go up on auction, and I said, boy, if anybody needs to get that jacket, it's me. I bleed Syracuse basketball orange, and I'm very, very passionate for Syracuse basketball. I have a lot of memorabilia, and this was a unique item because it was the first time that we played at Cameron, and it was the first time that Coach Boeheim has gotten ejected from a regular season game, and it's part of the history of Syracuse basketball now, and I'm so proud to have it.
There is no doubt about it. It is one of the. It had fans all over the country talking about it, and I see right behind you over your other shoulder there is the picture of Coach Boeheim considering throwing off his coat when he saw the call. Now, after you won the coat, I take it you and the two of you had a little conversation.
Well, he kind of goaded me into the bidding. Also, he had no idea that I had my mind set on getting it. And first of all, it was a great charity. The Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation is terrific. So it was a terrific cause. But I had made up my mind that, barring something really, 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 really crazy, I was going to try to get it. But while the bidding was going on, he kept on saying, "Oh, Neil Gold, he's the number one fan. He's got to have it." So I mean, there was some bidding against me. I don't know. I kept on asking my wife, "Who's bidding against me?" And she said, "I don't know." She couldn't see because it was on the other side of the room. But I really felt like I wanted to have it, and I was lucky enough to win that bidding.
Now I know you were at the game. You were sitting right behind the Syracuse bench, right?
I was, yes.
Take me through your memories of those final seconds.
Oh wow! Well, C.J. Fair drives in for the basket. Syracuse was down by 2, and I don't know, it was probably about 10 seconds approximately left in the game. And C.J. Fair drives in for what I think is the tying basket and the winning and one. And I'm jumping up and down celebrating. And then I said, "Wait, what?" Oh, I was almost right behind Coach, and I probably would have gotten thrown out myself. But I was in such shock that I couldn't even move. I moved pretty well, actually. But what bothered me really, looking at it later and looking at the replay later, it probably wasn't as egregious as I originally thought it was, except when I compared it to the call against Mike Benege earlier in the game.
Right.
He got called for a blocking foul, and it was much more of a charge, in my opinion, than CJ's was. So, I just feel very strongly that call is just too hard to make. It's just a split-second call by by the refs, it's just almost impossible to get right. I don't know, maybe they should flip a coin or whatever. But the consistency is what I think you need to get in that situation.
Yeah, there's no doubt they changed the charge call last year, and it led to a lot of tough calls throughout the season. All right.
Right.
Last thing, Neil, I need to know, the next time Syracuse goes into Cameron, will you be there and will you be wearing the coat?
Oh, I'll be there. And I said to my wife the other day, do you think I should wear the jacket at the Duke game? And she said no. But you know what? I just might. I'll get Coach's opinion on that. I'd say the chances are that I won't be, but I'm going to definitely consider it. And also, when Duke comes to Syracuse, that might be another opportunity to wear it. So it's a possibility. I haven't decided yet.
Well, I say it's $14,000 well spent for the Jim and Julie Boeheim Foundation. It raises money for youth groups in New York and pediatric cancer research. And again, you are the Syracuse #1 fan. It belongs. You should have it right there with everything else you have in that room I see behind you. A lot of Syracuse Orange memorabilia. Congrats to you, Neil Gold. And again, thanks for joining us here on the ACC Digital Network.
Thank you so much for having me.